Hi, this is Tina, the Thrifta-haulic, and I'm going to try a new format to do a sold video. So I'm on a meeting now, recording so I could share my screen with you and give you some information about what's sold the past week. It's not everything, but it's just kind of a highlights of what's sold. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you now. Bear with me. No, I don't want that. Okay, let me go back to share screen. Okay. Give me a second. I'm working on it. Screen. I just got your screen, right? Meeting information, new tabs. Go. I guess I will just do this. Let me see. See if this works. Okay. It says I'm now sharing. So I am going to start with this. Hopefully you can see this now. Okay, so this is a sterling silver bracelet that I had. It's beautiful. It was just marked 925, and it really had these beautiful beads. Let me see if I can get a close up. Oh, here, I could get it this way. See how pretty they are? They were kind of cut so that they were really shiny and sparkled. And it was pretty heavy bracelet. So I had listed it for 45, but I wound up taking a best order of offer of 35. It had been up for quite a while. I'm not sure if it shows it here, but I think it had been up for longer than a year. So that was a good one. I was glad to find a home. These mugs are Budapest mugs. They looked a little different, and they were by Byler from Hungary. You could see it right there. Oh, maybe not. Okay, here we go. Byler, Hungary. So when I looked up this Byler, Hungary, there was only one comp, and it was pretty expensive from what I recall. I think it was one mug, and it was listed for like $90 or $95. So I thought that was a little outrageous. Plus there was only one. Usually my instincts would be to put it on auction, but I thought because they were very specific to a location that they might go for less. So I listed them for $59.99. I actually wound up selling them for $45, and I did get them about a year ago. I think I got them fall last year at an estate sale. Okay, next, this is the split game. This was new in box. It was, look, even the cards are all sealed. It was really nice, in great condition. I think I spent $1.99 at Goodwill, and I actually sold it for the $24 that it was listed for. This is a nice tapestry jacket. See the shoulders? This was, I believe this was handmade. I don't know if I showed the inside of it or not, but it did highlight the details. It was beautiful, but it was very, very small. Oh, neat. So it wasn't handmade because it had that tag. But as you can see, very old tag. And I think that's the Union label. So my guess is that this was made in like the 40s. But it was really quite nice, and it was fully lined. So that sold, I listed it for 45, but it sold for $34. So a lot of times when I get watchers, I always do, I make an offer. That way I can kind of go through my inventory as quickly as possible. It's still not quick, I'll tell you. All right, see that spot right there? That was a label, adhesive from a label, and I did get that off before I shipped this item. But I put this in here just to show that the fall decor stuff is starting to sell. This did not sell for $17. It sold for $12. Plus the shipping, I charged $9 shipping. So 21 all in plus tax. And this was not, I don't think it was marked on the back. No, see, it wasn't marked. So, but it was really pretty mold. And I got this I believe I got this in a lot of other items from an auction. So I'm probably only $1 in on that. This is really cool. This I bought at a flea market a couple of weekends ago. And one woman had a whole table of jewelry, and she was selling a bunch of things 3 for $5. So I picked up this and a Hello Kitty necklace and a magnifying necklace for myself. And I listed the Hello Kitty and this one. So I would say if I split the $5 in half, I'm $2.50 into this item. It's not sterling, but it was marked on the back with this artist, Joe Wilson, and it was Raven, the cultural hero, made in Canada. So I thought there was a lot going on for it, in terms of being marked and everything. And when I looked up a Joe Wilson necklace, there was another one sold for close to this amount. I think it was sold for 35. So I listed mine at 32, and it did sell at 32, and it sold pretty quickly. I think it was within a week and a half to 2 weeks. I was very excited about this sale. So this little guy, see, this is up against a piece of notebook paper, so you could tell how small it is. It's only about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And it is made of metal, and it's actually an ad for a cream separator. I do live in Pennsylvania, so I do have some dairy country near me. And I also demonstrated how it could be used as a bookmark, which I thought was kind of cool. And this little guy eventually sold. Now, it took a little while. I bought him for 25 cents and he sold for $75. So I was very excited to hear the cha-ching on that one. This is basically a retail arbitrage. So I use this myself, this Purbel. It's a color correcting cream. And I discovered it through Facebook. And this was the first time I reordered. And when I went to reorder, the deal was if you bought 4, you got them for a lot less. So, but I saw that on eBay, they were selling for $55 to $58. So I bought the 4 and I listed the 3, kept the 1, and I sold each of these for $58. I sold all 3 of them within probably about 2 weeks of listing them. So that was also great because then I wound up getting mine basically for nothing. So that was a good deal. This is one of the best. This is probably my best sale so far. So let me explain what this is. This is Reed & Barton. You see it says luxury stainless 18.8. I'm still not quite sure what that means, but I have to look it up. But I knew Reed & Barton was a very good label and excellent quality in stainless or in sterling. And these were new in box. And the name on the pattern, let me see if I can find that. Let's see. So it did have the name on the edge. Oh, that's the UPC. It was called the Richard Meyer. So usually patterns are a different, like a very flowery name or, name of a place or something like that. This is named after Richard Meyer, who was an architect. So you'll notice that the pattern itself is very architectural in form. So I'll show it to you. Like kind of very modern. See, so it has a line going up and down the center, and then it had these 3 square dots on either side. When I looked up this pattern in eBay and in WorthPoint, I saw that they were going for quite a good amount of money. I think the one thing I saw was $550 for like 3 complete place settings, but then a lot more spoons and a lot more forks than that. It's just the knives were limited to 3 for whatever for that lot. But anyway, it was a lot of like 40 pieces, I think, sold for $550. So I knew this was going to be a good pickup. They were $12 a place setting where I bought them. I was all in for $96, and I wound up selling all 8 within 15 minutes. And I sold them at a reduced amount. And it wound up being $102 per place setting, the way I sold it. I did kind of gyp myself. I could have sold it for higher, but I was happy to make the profit I did. And I knew that it was going to someone that could really use them, or at least I hope so. At least that was the tale she told. I hope it's not another, well, even if it's another reseller and flips them, that's fine. I made money, maybe they can make money. So anyway, Reed and Barton. So be on the lookout if you ever see this, Richard Meyer. And I don't know what Squid Powell means, but that was also on all the listings for this particular pattern. So what I've learned from silverware and from China, or any kind of silverware actually, is it really is in the pattern. Make sure you try to identify that pattern if you can. Use Replacements Limited, or just, use Google Lens if that helps. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So that's my recommendation there. So this I got at a flea market. Our church has a flea market every year. It runs for almost like a whole month. And this is cast iron, and this was on their bag day toward the end of their flea market event. And they had a bag of cast iron. It had all these little pieces in it. They were all disassembled. And it had also like a little anvil and a little hammer and 2 horseshoes. And so I picked it up because I did see if I put in cast iron scale into eBay solds to get comps, they were pretty decent. I think they were like $25, $30. So I picked this up, I listed it for $25, and I sold it for $25. So that was good. I think I paid $10 for the whole bag of stuff. So I'm already in the plus side on that. This cute little sweater dress with the Beatrix Potter label and the embroidery and applique. I got this at a consignment store, a resale store, and it was on the dollar rack. So I typically don't sell children's clothes, but when it's something special and adorable like this, I'll try. I have another, I think I have a beautiful velvet applique jumper in my store that I've been trying to sell. It's gorgeous. So I'll see, I'll hold out for that $30 or whatever I'm asking for that. Okay, what's next? So these last two I put in here just to kind of show that kind of jump-starting Christmas. This was a very unique item. I got this at the same flea market that I got that necklace. And as you can see, he's got some damage, or he's incomplete on his legs. His shoes and his socks top right there are missing. And there's some braiding kind of messed up on his shoulder, but it is very unique in that it's Henry VIII, and that's very odd for a Christmas ornament. I listed it for $15 because I saw another sold for that amount, and I wound up selling him for $12, which was still really good because he was in pretty good condition, but if you really looked at the details, he had some problems. So, and then this I just sold today, again, showing that fall stuff is selling. This is not name brand anything. These are just some cute little apple bowl filler items, fabric apples for country decor. They sold, I listed them for $15, but they sold for $12. So that's my solds. Let me stop sharing my screen. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope this works out well. And please like and subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and help my channel out. And thanks for visiting. Happy hunting. Have a good day.